Yeah.
Come sit here.
Feel free to have a seat.
Alright, sit.
And just make sure you're using your outdoor voice, okay?
Oh, that makes
Baron,
me
you
so
got yours
happy.
set too?
Yeah, I will. I'm just not right now.
Arthur.
He's dead quiet. Him. Turn him up. Silent shout.
All right, guys. It's great to see such a big turnout for tonight, for our first mayoral debate. So, like Aziza said, she's been working really hard with DOJ to get this all set up for us tonight, and we're really excited to have all 5 of our candidates on the stage tonight. We'll be starting with 90 seconds with each candidate. They're going to give us their main spiel, who they are, what they stand for, and then we'll be moving on to the next person. After they're done with their 5 intros, we'll take audience questions since this is a town hall debate. So we're going to form an orderly line over here. When I give you the signal, you're free to ask your question. Please make sure you keep them appropriate and succinct so that we can keep this moving. I will start with one candidate and we'll go down the line with all of their answers. We're not doing any rebuttals or anything like that. And then the next question will start with the next candidate down so everybody gets a chance to go first. If you'd like to ask a question, please feel free to get in line at the appropriate time. All right, so Baron, you're on the far left. I'm going to give the floor to you for 90 seconds.
I believe that far left was not a statement on political leaning, but yes, I am on the far left. So I will start. So, my name is Barron Montague, and I'm running for mayor. It's easy to manage a ship when the seas are calm, but that's rarely the case in Los Santos. What we have before us is the first mayor, and surely the seas are rough and need to be tamed. When I came to the city, I saw crime, poverty, police abusing their power, but most of all, I saw opportunity. The opportunity to give citizens an outlet to voice their concerns and speak their truth to those in power. Thus started my humble beginning as the founding member of Weasel News. As a reporter, getting a feel for the city led to uncovering many stories. Uncovering serial killers, organizing protests for a fair justice system, and providing entertainment and events for the city. This was just the start. Over time, Weasel saw the need to incorporate and introduced an entertainment, music, security, and events division alongside the existing news division. Weasel became well respected for what we were able to accomplish with my leadership through our cooperative efforts. Fostering community between gangs, PD, EMS, businesses, and everyday citizens left us in a position to advocate without fear. Forging alliances and creating synergy are my strength. I now want to take that to the next level.
All right, thank you, Baron. Sonny?
Woo! What?
Your 90 seconds. Tell us what you're interested in doing.
Oh, wait, what? What am I doing?
Introduce yourself and your platform. Time starts now.
Oh, what's up? I'm Sonyuns Onyani, and I guess this is my platform.
Yes,
What's kicking, bro? Is that it?
Sure thing, Sonny. Thanks,
Hey,
Kyder.
fuck yeah, bro.
You're up next.
Nicely done, dude. Way to go, bro.
Hell yeah.
Wow, what a great turnout. Thank you, everybody, for showing up again. My name is Kyder Quin. For those of you who have not yet met me and I've yet not had the pleasure of enjoying your company, I moved to Los Santos back in June and have found a second home here. I found employment, friends, romance, camaraderie. I've walked many different miles in many different walks of lives, and I can tell you I've learned a lot and grown quite a bit as a fox. I'm very proud to be running for mayor because it has meant a lot to me to stand up to some of the objections that we've been having in the city and to provide autonomy and agency back to our residents. It's not uncommon for us to have feelings of doubt or even hopelessness, like, oh, well, that's just the way it is. I've been an advocate for helping people to overcome those feelings so they do not become detractors or feeling rejected. It's very important that we improve our city's morale, and I believe that we can together raise all our awareness to become stronger and better together. It's no problem that a city is an improvement, but the problem is when people have lack of transparency or a lack of delivering on their promises. When something falls through the cracks and we don't hear about it for several weeks, if not months, it can be easy to be discouraged. But for me, my values are honesty and transparency, and I promise that with myself as mayor, I will make sure that you'll never have to be wondering about what the mayor's office is up to. You'll be seeing how hard I work for each and every one of you, just like how I've been helping out anybody in the city who is new in town and introducing them to Burger Shot, Noodle,
All
Yellow
right,
Jack,
thanks,
and all the
Kyder.
others. Thank you. Excuse me, buddy.
Kaz?
My name is Kaz Brown, and I'm running for mayor. And there's 3 issues I'd like to highlight for each of you, and you might be able to identify with one of them. Civilians are scared. Criminals are bored. Cops, they're also bored. Each of these issues, I feel, revolves around the fact that this city doesn't offer enough opportunity for the people that are here. Civilians need to feel as if their small businesses are growing, but they're not. Criminals need to have a pathway back to citizenship, but they don't have it. Cops need to feel safe every time they get off duty, but they don't. We need a public penal code. We need a shorter expungement time. We need better support for small businesses.
Oh my fuck yeah.
Through my policies, I have specific and exact and surgical answers for the issues that are plaguing this city. My name is Kaz Brown, and I'm running for mayor. Thank you.
Kaz, you make me so hard. Let's fucking go.
Thank you, Kaz. Dr. Straag.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Straag, local therapist, and I have been working my absolute tail off to help every single person in this town live a better and more productive life. And I know that the issues are out there. And I may not necessarily have all the answers to those questions. But you know what I do have? The willingness to listen and to actually negotiate with every single person here to form a collaborative union to figure out what we can do realistically to solve these problems. I want to help. The people of this city, they don't feel like their voices are being heard. That's why I've been trying to run for mayor for so long. In fact, this mayor's race wouldn't even exist if it weren't for the dedication of me, Kyder, and probably one other person who sadly is no longer with us. We want your voices to be heard. We need your voices to be heard. And right now they aren't. And I want to be that voice for you. I want to listen. My profession is listening. I know how to get the information you need out and send it to the people who need it, and I want to make sure that happens. My name is Dr. Straag, and I want to be your mayor.
All right, thank you, candidates. So at this time, like I said before, we'll be starting our 60 seconds for each candidate with questions from the audience. So it looks like Richie, you're up first. What's your question?
You're up, go on.
Make sure you're talking loudly enough that everyone can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
We
but
can
I'm
hear
really
you.
Nah,
close.
bruh.
Who is that?
Oh, yeah.
I'll come a bit closer. My question is concerning prison reform. What does each candidate feel needs to improve?
All right, so we'll start with Dr. Straag and we'll move our way to the left. Dr. Straag, prison reform.
Well, as the recent trial with Riker Martell will tell us, Bolingbrook is an absolute disaster for anyone who's been in and out. No food, no water, no humanity.
Hey, yo, Straag, speak up, bro.
This is me speaking up.
Logan.
There is no one at Bolingbrook that cares about you.
Go on, Rich.
And I know we've only just recently gotten a Department of Corrections, but it's important
Call
that their
me
mission actually gets the information they need to move forward in a productive manner. But first off, we need the food. We need the water. We must have...
Officer, please escort whoever's making that noise out of here.
What the fuck is that? It's important.
Please pause the timer. Alright, we had a lot of new people enter the room. There is a zero tolerance policy in here so far as noise goes. We are doing a recording so that citizens unable to make it will be able to watch it later. If you can't remain silent, then you can leave now, or we can make this completely closed and everyone will need to watch it on the TV later. So it's your call.
From now on, I'll call you a.
Yeah, shut up. Trouble hearing. We have room up at the front.
Straag got pushed through it. Go
Yo,
ahead.
get that guy out of here, man.
Who did it, bro?
I would just.
So, so Bolingbrook is a disaster right now. Like no food or water. The trial of Riker Martell told us that that place has nothing for anyone. And while it's currently being worked on with the Department of Corrections, only recently being instituted in the town, it's still infant. And we don't know entirely what needs to happen. I have to tell you, I've never been inside a Bolingbrook. I don't know. But what I've heard from the trial and from what I've heard from people who have been there and have suffered through its indignity is that you aren't treated like a person. You're barely treated better than a number. And that sort of thing, that dehumanizing, that's not good for anyone. You aren't going to rehabilitate if you don't feel like you've got a shot when you come out on the other side. And that's one of the things that we need to work on. I'll cede the rest of my time.
Kaz?
Vote for Kaz.
The Department of Corrections should be exactly that. A department where behavior is corrected. Each of you know me. Some of you know me more intimately. You know that I have been to prison. I have seen the interworkings of the rehabilitation that the city has. It is not enough. It is not working. It is not functional. What we need from the Department of Corrections is a better system for the people to reduce their time and to spend their time doing better things. We need both recreation and we need rehabilitation.
Right,
I've been to that
Kaz.
jail and it sucks ass. So
Yeah.
we need to fix it. Bottom line.
All right.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Kaz.
Let's go, Kaz.
Kyder?
Well done.
Wonderful.
Go, Kaz!
Alrighty. Well, I want to begin with prefacing something that my competition in this mayor's race, which I respect all of them, they have not yet written out all of their promises. And I'm going to do a magic trick right now. I'm going to pull out my phone. I'm going to submit into the emails my written plan, 7 pages in length. There it is. I just sent that out there. So now you guys can see my structure and my plan for every topic that we're going to be covering tonight. It all fits into a very clear and concise structure of frequent town hall meetings, absolute transparency and absolute documentation. So when a discussion, like let's say adjusting prison reform, is taking a little bit longer, or there's objections to recreation or to DOC taking a little bit longer than anticipated to be released and launched out to the city in true form, you will have the ability to review any documentation, any discussion that the mayor's office has. As my promise to you, you will see what are the hangups. You will see what are the delays. And that is my promise to everybody. Personally speaking, I agree a lot
thank you,
with
Kyder.
Kaz. Thank you.
Sonny,
He's definitely not mayor. What?
any thoughts on prison reform?
Prison uniform. What? They have like
out.
they probably like suck. Yeah.
This guy's got my vote.
Bro, they need like help in there and shit. You know, they got like fucking flying shit. I don't remember what we were talking about because like they're talking about like stuff, but you know, I know like people like need help and shit, right? You gotta have like second chances and whatever, and you know, it's tough to do that when you're like.
Speaks the truth.
Bros, can you hear me? What's up?
Hey,
Yo, alright. I was saying they got shitty clothes in the jail, and I know they were saying like we gotta help people, and I think we do gotta help people that are in like jails and shit, bro. Cause like, damn, man, people gotta not feel like shitty about like living life and making mistakes, cause that's what we all do, bro.
I want to shoot
All right,
that guy.
I
thanks,
want to
Evan.
help with that.
Fuck yeah, help people in
Fuck yeah.
jail and shit, bro.
Baron.
Is your guy on call?
We know that the criminal justice system is currently broken. We know that everybody that gets sent to jail is basically left there to rot. Most of them barely come out alive because they have been starved. No food and water is provided. And this is probably the biggest issue facing the city currently. We know that should any cop send you to jail, you're going to be a different person when you come out. One of the first protests that I held in the city was to free local hero Rico Garado. For those of you who don't know him, there was a serial killer on the loose that he was able to subdue and kill. So after that, he was sentenced to a prison sentence for murder. But it was only in defense of defending citizens from the serial killer. So we organized a protest outside of PD, MRPD, and we were successful in generating interest from the citizens, the community, and being able to talk directly to the chief and make changes possible.
All right, thank you, Baron. So that wraps up our first question. We'll take the next question from the audience. Sir, make sure you speak loudly enough that everyone can hear you.
Oh, hello. My name is Val, and I just have a quick question. This is something I speak to a lot of people about, and having been in this situation once myself, my question to the candidates is about accessibility to employment, and both on the front of people new to the city and people trying to get the jobs, look for employment, as well as, like you say, convicted criminals, but also people looking to start new businesses and all of this, and what your thoughts are on accessibility to these things.
All right, thanks, Val. We'll start with you, Kaz.
Yeah, sure.
If you need to talk, you can just go in the hallway.
My thoughts on business. Everybody is entitled to a job. Some of you have worked for me at Burger Shot. Some of you got your start working for me. In my opinion, everybody deserves the opportunity to prove themselves, regardless of their criminal record.
Fuck yeah.
What I want to push for is an easier route for a second chance for your criminal record. Cutting in half the time that you have to wait to expunge your own record, because there are plenty of jobs around this city that do not allow for felons to work those jobs. That is up to them. That is their own personal business. But my personal business is that everybody deserves a job.
All right, thank you, Kaz.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Pop it up.
Kyder.
Excellent. Nice job.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. I want to say, in terms of jobs and employment, one of my favorite things to do is when I meet somebody new in town is to ask them, if money was no object, what would they be passionate about? Most recently, I spoke with somebody named Dex, and he was passionate about making music, entertaining crowds, and DJing. It was within 15 minutes, not even, that we took him down to the basement of Cockatoos and showed him the tables that he didn't even know were there, so that he can entertain himself, entertain guests, entertain parties, entertain crowds. Not everyone has the ability to get connected with the right people to have their best endeavors, live their best life, and put forth their best effort. It is my opinion that each of us have the ability to contribute something greater into the city, to become an Eddie's Camel Toes, to become a Zeno's taxi cab service, or if we need to, create a better path to supporting the PDs, supporting EMS, supporting DOJ. And as we fill those roles, and as we complete our path, we will find that the common criminal who is running banks, running grocery stores 24/7 just to pay off their car, they'll find themselves less enticed by an automobile or a house and more enticed by what they can do and how they can entertain all of us and enjoy all of it. Thank you.
Kyder. Sonny.
Oh, what's up? What's the question?
Thoughts about jobs in the city and promoting small businesses.
I think anyone should be able to get like a job, bro, and like, I'm gonna be the mayo, so I can help people with that, right? And that's the whole point of being a mayo is so people can get like shit done. Y'all need like a specific thing to go on. I could look into that and like talk to people and get that shit done because everyone has to have an opportunity in life, and that's like what we do, right? That's what a mayo's about. Yeah, what's up? Oh shit, yeah. And if anyone ever needs like special help with that, we can always reach out to community members, and like everyone around can like help out, right? We're all like a big family.
Oh, fuck yeah.
All right, thank you, Sonny. Barron.
Yeah.
Good shit, Sonny.
I remember thinking about that before.
Good job.
So, in my opening statement, I said that one of my strengths is fostering community and building alliances. At its peak, Weasel had about 30 employees under our purview when I was CEO, and that involved multiple departments with multiple goals, and that allowed me to focus on making sure that everything was running smoothly with multiple managers under my management. We can see that Weasel is still super successful today. We see that there's the Weasel Dome. We see that Casper has done great with taking over, and that's due to a lot of groundwork that was put in to make sure that Weasel was not reliant on just me. Everybody had the ability to empower themselves to accomplish greatness, and it was simply a shared vision that guided everybody. I plan on doing the same thing with opening up the Chamber of Commerce, should I become mayor, and being able to work directly with business owners to make sure that their needs are met and that they feel that they can hire people freely, as well as those seeking businesses are able to open them without inhibition.
Thank you, Barron. You're gonna need to.
There's a...
Whoa.
Nice.
Shoot, do not fucking shoot in here, you idiots. Stop, don't fucking shoot, you morons. Jesus.
Everyone just pulled their shit out.
Fucking relax, man.
Okay?
Everyone calm down. Guns away.
My knee got fucked up, bro.
Protect Karen.
As mayor of Los Santos.
I just survived 2 mayoral assassinations.
Yo, he had a strike.
Holy
fuck,
Baron.
Baron.
We didn't realize we had EMS here, so we can just do this
yeah,
again.
okay, but that's not the concern right now. Everybody else currently.
Wait, there isn't?
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, they do have EMS
EMS
here.
here.
Hey, what's up, pal?
Thank you.
I just couldn't say hi because that voice still though.
Some officers.
You guys want to tow a bike?
You what, sorry?
Sonny, are you okay?
My knee hurts, bro.
Yeah.
That's alright. It's just your knee, dude. You got 2 of them.
I
Right?
was getting,
Yeah, you too.
Oh,
I was
shit,
getting
yeah.
ready to ask a question.
Yeah, sorry?
Hey, how's it going? Can we have, I would like nobody
Get
else
this out of my
allowed into the
fucking
building.
face.
You okay, cuz?
No one allowed in,
Casper, you good?
and no one else
Move
allowed
it.
up the stairs. So
Move
anyone,
the motorcycle.
if anyone wants to leave, they can leave, but we're not letting anyone else in.
Hey, well, it's good to see you. I just thought I'd come say hello.
Quick.
Have a good day.
Clay, go quick. The feds are coming.
Ah,
Right,
thank
we're
you.
going to be
We
resuming.
gotta bounce. We gotta bounce.
In a bit.
Yo, you want me to get off this, bro?
No. Can you just pass me the keys and I can take it out of here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want out here, bro. No. Clay, we got.
I believe in you. You still got it in.
That's off, so you can take it. You can.
No, I'm fine.
Please.
If anyone needs to leave, you're welcome to leave,
Yeah.
but we will
Yeah,
not be
fine.
allowing any new people into the building or into
Okay.
the room. So if you do leave, just be aware that you won't be allowed back in
Thank
tonight.
you. I appreciate that.
How are you,
okay.
Kate?
If anyone would like to leave, you're free
Yeah,
to
just
leave.
gotta
However,
let you
no
know.
one new is going to be allowed into the building tonight.
Oh no, I'm good. Just the handkerchief's gonna stop the bleeding event. Oh.
Yeah, I thought he was.
Stormsky like fucking somehow appeared in here with a bike and picked all this kind of.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Sorry, did I hear someone knows who
All
did
right,
that?
I just survived 2
Does someone
mayoral
know who?
assassination attempts.
Stormsky. Excellent.
Hey Kaz, how much
no,
do you
it's
have
okay.
built?
Yeah, no, it's okay if they want to break out that topic.
No, here, come here.
I'm more
Go
than
on,
happy
Uncle.
to.
Sit back down.
Hey Kaz, how much rehabbing do you think
Not
Straag's
Bella.
gonna need?
Not Bella. I wasn't talking.
It's alright. Don't worry. They'll sort it
That's
out.
a 25
That's
years.
not Bella. That's what I just said. That's not. That is. I know that's what
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah.
Gunshots are.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Someone's got sniped.
Hey, don't even worry about it, guys. Don't even worry about it. It's like a car honking in this.
You guys act like this has
okay?
never happened before. We live
It's
in
like a
Los
car
Santos.
honking.
No, let's go ahead and let's
No,
push forward.
yeah.
That's fine.
No,
All
we'll
right,
push
so
forward.
we're gonna
There's
go ahead
going to
and
be.
continue where we left off. Baron just finished answering his question on prison or on employment opportunities. So, Dr. Straag, I think it's your turn. Sonny, if you could get back in line, right? You were between Kyder and Baron. That would be great. You can leave now, sir, if you don't want to participate in the mayoral campaign.
Hard to follow up from that. Okay, so everyone deserves jobs. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. But I think a slightly better question is rather than handing everybody a job
Bro, who
or.
asked?
What do you mean, who asked? It was the last question.
I don't know if she was talking. to
Straag, that might have been from downstairs.
Sir, hey.
It's very hard to hear right now.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just chill for a bit.
At least I hope.
Cutting into someone else's event.
No, it's okay. You want
Alright, go
something?
ahead, Straag.
Go ahead, Straag.
Everyone deserves jobs. Yes, I agree. I think we can all understand that we want to make sure that everyone has those kinds of opportunities. What I'd like to see a little bit more than that, though, is rather than just giving out jobs, I want things that people actually desire. I want people to make their own businesses and have them actually thrive. The Pop's Diner up in Polito, that was a magnificent place, and it wound up going down far too soon. The fledgling hen house that's up and coming now, I hope it goes swimmingly. Then there's the matchmaking service. We have people in town right now who are out there making these magnificent ideas and trying to put them all together, and I love every single one of them. And I want all of you to take those kinds of ideas and really just run with it. I came to town as a therapist. Do you think there's a therapist's office in the city? You are wrong. You do not need city infrastructure to be able to live out your dreams. I've been going to wherever I need to help out whoever I can, whenever I can. And I know if any of you are even as dedicated as I am, you can do the same and be very, very great. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Straag. We're gonna take the next audience question, sir, in the blue jacket.
Violence is a common practice in Los Santos. I wanted to ask each of the candidates what they would do to cut back on violence as well as protect the safety of the citizens.
Kyder, this is yours to start.
Sorry, Kaz.
Go ahead.
This is a big topic that's too big for any 60-second promise to hold any water, in my opinion. My guide, if you guys download it, and I please invite you guys to do so, you will see a structure in place for respecting each and every large topic with transparency, dialogue, and including you in this democratic process. There is no way we can sum up the solution for crime in this city within 60 seconds. But with all of yours, criminals, organization gang members, citizens, EMS, PD, with all of your feedback, we can all make this into a city that is going to be better and a champion of that work-life balance of life in the streets and life at home. That's what I'm going to be promising, that transparency to every conversation we have so you can see maybe the solution isn't cutting prison times in half because of certain people that had just run in here with a motorcycle, for example. But can we at least have the conversations and the decency to say these ideas were shot down because of these 3 roadblocks. Until we come up against these 3 roadblocks, there will not be a refinement there. However, there are other areas to fix this.
Sonny, you're next in line, the original order.
What was the question again?
How do we curb violence?
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think I was talking about this the other day. We gotta, like, you know, make sure that people feel safe and good. Like, I have friends who, you know, have to deal with, like, getting fucked up and shit all the time, but we don't want that, right? We want to give people, we want to make sure people feel safe and good and, like, you know, like they have a chance to survive in the world without having to go do violent stuff. And without those, like, opportunity, like, where are we as people? We're where we are right now, and it's kind of shitty because I hate getting kidnapped every 2 seconds. I bet you guys are too.
Okay, thanks, Sonny. Barron.
It was just the other. Oh, sorry. Okay. It was just the other day that I was waiting outside the apartments, and I was checking out our campaign billboards that are out there that detail the 5 candidates before you today. And I was taken hostage during that time. This is fairly commonplace because after I was dropped off, not too long later, I was kidnapped again. And then later on in the day, I was just enjoying myself at Cockatoos, and yet kidnapped again. This is way too common of an occurrence in the city, and I believe it speaks to the lack of opportunity that people are just turning to criminal acts because that's the only way that they can make a living. I think with the Chamber of Commerce opening, there will be a lot more opportunity for the average citizen to make a living and be successful and feel happy about what they've been able to accomplish. So that's my response to eliminating some of the crime in the city and making it more enjoyable for everybody so that everybody can have places to go to, events to attend, and people to interact with.
Oh, thank you, Barron. Dr. Straag.
The main issue with violence in the city is a lot less about are there tools out there that people are using. It's about opportunities. You aren't driven to violence if you have, you know, all of your needs met. You aren't driven to fight people if you know that you can get a roof over your head, that you can eat, that you can sleep, that you can be with your friends and be happy and safe. The main issue with violence at all is the fact that there's so many of us that think we need to steal from others and stop others from being able to do the things they want to do, as exampled earlier with our motorcycle friend. Look, violence happens because people think it's fun, or because people are just lacking in opportunities for something that's important to them. They don't see a purpose in their life. If you have a purpose and you have something that you really care about, you won't need to get violent because you'll be clever and you'll be happier and you'll be safer.
All right, thank you, Dr. Straag. Kaz. Kaz?
Let's go, Kaz.
Does this set a... This city deserves the truth. And the truth is that there is a specific gang in this city that gets treated better than anybody else every single time they interact with anybody. We just watched Storm. We all know Storm. Fuck Storm. Watched him come in here and kick all of the mayoral candidates, and guess what's gonna happen? Nothing. Nothing's gonna come from that. I reach out to those people, and you know what they say? They say, prove it. They say, there's nothing we can do about it. They say, that guy, he gets to do whatever he wants. And it's bullshit. There are people in this city that get to do whatever the fuck they want, and it's disgusting. I don't care if it means that I get absolutely banished from this city. It's
Alright, thank you,
fucking
Kaz.
disgusting.
Okay,
We have time
simmer
for
down there, bud.
one more question from the audience.
I got you.
All right, go ahead. Keep it quick.
Keep it quick.
Yeah.
Okay. I got y'all. Hey, yo, stop fighting, bitches, and listen up, okay? So all of y'all, all of y'all mayoral candidates, okay?
Yo, what up?
How do we feel about fucking spitting on poor people, huh?
What the fuck?
What?
How the fuck do we feel about spitting on poor people?
What the fuck?
Good question.
Do you mind if I go first?
I think it's Sunny's turn to go first.
Yeah, Sunny, go ahead, babe.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, you talk about like spitting game or like what? Because like, damn, bro, like, why would you spit at poor people? That sucks. I just want to fucking party. And how you party if you're spitting on people? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna party, Sonyuns Onyani. Fuck spitting on people, bro. That's weird.
All right, thanks, Sunny. Baron.
So, obviously there's a lot of fetishes in the city, and
bro,
if
just
poor
be
people would
honest.
like to be spit on as well, I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm not going to kink shame them, and I think it's perfectly acceptable.
Hey, yo, Baron, if you got a spit
Foreign
fetish,
rich alike.
just say so, especially when you like spitting on poor people.
All right, thanks, Baron.
Damn.
Dr. Straag.
The idea of spitting on anyone for, especially non-consensually, as Baron's pointed out, is absolutely reprehensible. Spitting on someone because they don't have money is even more insulting. That kind of goes line in line with violence as a whole. It's just a slightly slimier way of doing it. There's nothing gained from it. You don't make friends that way. You don't make the city a better place. You don't make the world a better place by just spitting on people unless they're into that sort of thing and you ask them first. Thank you, I guess.
Thanks, Dr. Straub. Kaz?
If spitting into people, if spitting on people is your thing, cool. Don't give a fuck.
Hey, yo, it's Lil Gangster, what's up?
If you have a kink, I don't give a fuck. My plan for this city, if you've got a kink, if it ain't legal, come to Polito. We're gonna make it legal.
Yeah,
that's right. Hey, you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, thanks, Kaz. And last but not least, Kyder.
Kaz for mayor.
Was that consensual? I don't know, but that's up to the moderators, I suppose. Hey, everybody! Right now, I'm sure there's a lot of frustration towards Stormski. Look, if you were in his shoes and a virgin for 35 years, you would probably feel the same way. But that's okay. Let's not blame him. Listen, don't worry. I'll say that to his face too. It's all cool. I've survived already 2 Mayoral assassinations. I'm sure I could take on 3. Our city needs a bottom.
Charm. Be careful.
Yeah, right. Our city needs a bottom-up approach to dealing with economics. I'm gonna field the question like that. I know there's an innuendo in there somewhere, but I'm gonna leave it there. We need to support the people buying their first car, not their 5th. We need to support artists and creators with the genuine residents, not flashy fucking millionaires. With a healthy and interested general population, a government that is structured to provide a safe floor for them, we will be a city more than ever to satisfy their needs, no matter what they are, spitting or otherwise. This is becoming a city that has got a widening gap between haves and have-nots, and that ruins our fucking reputation. I really hope you guys do vote for me. I know it's the final question of our session. I'm going to be outside and be taking up any additional questions, and I'm sure many of our other candidates will be. Thank you guys all so much, and yeah, fuck Stormski.
All right, and that's our final question for this evening. We'll be hosting another debate. The scheduled time is hopefully Saturday evening. This next debate will not be town hall style, so if you have questions that you would like to be asked, I will also be moderating that debate. You can find me on the yellow pages after this, or I'll be around downstairs for Oliver Money's video release show. sponsored by Weasel
Good
News
luck,
and Tequila
Uncle.
Law. It's the first of the live session videos. So, big thank you to all of our candidates for showing up tonight, being here, and representing the city. We have a tough decision to make in the next week or two.
If
You can only
Stormsky
make it if we
shows
make
up,
it
I'm gonna
together.
shoot him in his fucking face.
Yeah.
Wait, save some face for me. Save some face for me. I want to spit on.
All right.
Kaz for
And
mayor.
a big shout out to our COO Casper. He'll be uploading this to the Weasel News webpage later today for anybody that wasn't able to make it. So please let your friends know. And if you have
Hey,
questions
yo,
you'd like
shout out
asked,
to fucking
let me know.
Barron for lying in our faces, bro.
Damn.
All right.